But can you show us one of your moves?
No, I think it actually just showed on the screen there. If I do that, it's not going to be a good day for anybody.
Maybe someone in like our floor manager, maybe he seems available.
Actually, our floor manager's leaving this week.
Yeah.
And he's sort of, I don't know if...
That's not for me. You want to go ahead and take this one?
Look.
Uh-oh.
I don't think you understand. Like, if I come over there right now, we're going to have the police here because I'm not going to give you some fake punch. Like, I'm going to punch you straight in the jaw. The disrespect that you have even talking to me. No, you want to talk to me like this ain't real? Don't act all tough, lad. Don't act all tough.
Like, get in the middle of this. You keep back. You keep back. Get him out of there. You get out of there. You get out. I'm so sorry. No, don't know too much.
You guys come here trying to disrespect us. Are you kidding me?
I'm not disrespecting you.
You're all right, mate. No, we love you.
Hey, you take that trash talk and you get out of here. Hey, you get out of here. Hey, you take that trash talk. You get out. I won't have these guests disrespected like that, Mitch. You get out.
You're tough. I never thought you were tough.
What's up, y'all? My name is Devontae, and I sacrificed my time so you don't have to. So, you seen the video in the intro, right? You know, it's two sides to every tale, man. Like I said, when it comes to life, you can always chew bubblegum and you can walk at the same time. You can always breathe, you can always rub your tummy, you can always rub your head, however the fucking saying goes. You can do multiple things at one time, and you can also think multiple things at one time. I always hate how people always feel like, especially when it comes to politics, that you always have to like toe the party line. Like, you always have to have one type of philosophy or one type of way of thinking. It's why, to be perfectly honest with you, I would tell people that I'm a conservative because that's what I believe in, because that's where most of my values pretty much lie in. But at the same time, though, it's like, in reality, there's a bunch of social issues also that I can kind of agree with the left on also, even though the majority of it lies on the conservative perspective. I say this because I have two different lines of thinking when it comes to the situation with Austin Theory. That's how long he's been hanging out with him, right? With Grayson Waller, right? So, my first perspective when it comes to Grayson Waller, I completely understand. I get it. In the end of the day, you're trying to, I'm not even caring too much for the protecting the business perspective, which I'm going to talk about in a little bit as to why I disagree with the situation. But more so, I kind of feel like, you know, Homeboy was kind of trying him a little tiny bit. That host, I mean, I'm not even talking about the dude. I mean, he was a little shithead who came out there swinging like that. I mean, before we even go on with this, let me say this also for the knuckleheads who are going to come out and be like, oh, this is a work, this is a work, this is a work. And what way is this a work? Tell me how this benefits the Royal Rumble, which is what they're promoting at the moment. Tell me in what way this benefits Grayson Waller's character, because this has nothing to do with developing his character at all. As a matter of fact, this does more to hurt his character because he's supposed to be a cowardly heel, not a badass. So help me out with that also. He said, punch me for real. Once you use the words for real within the context of professional wrestling, you automatically, and at least for me, I automatically, that's like the referee throwing up the X sign. I know shit just got real. You're not going to say for real in a wrestling context. Not to mention, you can see them trying to end the skit a lot, or end the interview a lot earlier than they're supposed to. It's clearly real. Stop being a fucking idiot, all right? Not everything's a work. Just because, you know, you don't want to be fooled. Fool me once, shame on me. Fool me twice, whatever. You don't have to go down that route every fucking time, okay? Don't be a bumbling dipshit. It's fucking real, okay? So, taking that out of the fucking way, taking that out of the equation, coming back to what I was saying, I understand that someone comes up to you and they kind of try you a little bit because what you do for a living, they don't take seriously. This can go for any aspect of any type of work. You can be working at Burger King or working at McDonald's. Personally, this is just my opinion. I feel a person who works at Burger King and a person who works at McDonald's is a shit ton more important than a fucking celebrity. Anybody who can go make fucking music at the end of the day. Because here's the thing. Yeah, I can go to different establishments, but it's pretty limited as far as how many people can actually make my food for me on any given time at any given day, the way that I would want it to be made, or at all in general, right? And not to mention, I know the work and the effort that they put into that takes a hell of a lot more work. I don't give a fuck what anyone tells me. Oh, well, they have to tour, where they have to do this, where they have to do that. Yeah, and they get the luxuries behind that, all right? A motherfucker working at a Wendy's or working at a Burger King or a McDonald's or any of those stores, or even working at a convenience store or working retail jobs for a living, in my opinion, they don't get paid enough, man. They don't get paid enough, and I think it's bullshit when we make these celebrity comparisons as if they're living the fucking, oh, well, they're touring, they're doing all this, oh, they're working themselves to the bone. I'm pretty sure they're working very, very hard. I won't put it over a retail worker. I won't put it over someone working at McDonald's for a living. And my point being is, if someone comes to you and they disrespect you as far as what you're doing, as far as your profession to feed your family, you would take some type of offense to that also. Someone comes up to you, oh, you're just a fry cook. Oh, you're just a person who does this. Oh, you're not making any real money. Okay, in most people's minds, that's disrespectful as fuck. Because I'm doing stuff to make money for my family, and who are you to downplay that? Because what, you think you're better than me? You think you're better than me because you can because you're doing a job that you deem to be more successful or deem to be much better? It probably is. It's not as if it takes a lot of skills and talent to do what I do, but I'm still doing what I'm doing, and I'm still making money for myself or making money for the people that I love. Who are you to look down on me when it comes to that? So I get where Grayson Waller is coming from. All right. The people in the professional wrestling business, out of anything when it comes to entertainment, if you will, they put their bodies on the line more than anybody, period. You may call it fake because, yeah, in the grand scheme of things, it's predetermined, but it's not fake in the sense that people are getting injured. People are getting hurt. Look at Seth Rollins last Monday, fucked up his knee. Look at Cora Jade, fucked up her ACL. Look at all the people who are getting injured left and right now as we speak. It's not a fucking game. And to come in there and be like, oh, well, put up your dukes and shit like that. Like, come on, bro. Like, don't do that on live television. Because once you put them in that spot, what do you expect them to do? Now, what's going to happen is you better be lucky that was Grayson Waller and this wasn't a Vader and Kuwait situation, right? You better be lucky, or maybe lucky. I don't know. Depends how you look at it. That wasn't Hulk Hogan. You were Richard Belzer, and he choked your ass out on live television, which, again, I guess it depends how you look at that, considering that Richard won that lawsuit, if I remember correctly. My point being this, though, man, I understand where Grayson Waller is coming from in that context right there. What I don't understand and what I don't get is why even go out of your way to protect the business in this manner? Why go out of your way and put your livelihood, not your body, put your livelihood on the line? Because in situations like this that can turn awry, even if it isn't a physical encounter or a physical altercation, you are now working for WWE in 2024, not WWE in 1984. You know, it's a big difference. It's a different world out there, okay? Right now, I would probably assume that most talents have media training before they go out there and doing these appearances, right? Because in the end of the day, WWE, this isn't a privately owned company. It's publicly traded. There are shareholders. There are people, you know, the company's in the New York Stock Exchange, for God's sakes, right? You know, they have a standard that they're trying to uphold to, and for you to go out there and pretty much for the most part damn near cause a physical altercation because you were offended, right? And you have every right to be offended, but in the end of the day, you were still offended, and you damn near got into a fight on live television. You know, you can't do shit like that. I understand, I get his frustration, but you can't do shit like that. And to make matters even worse, and I just talked about this yesterday or last night, I guess, when I called the wrestler soft. Like, that's some pussy behavior right there, my dude. Like, I understand, again, one more time, where you're coming from, but they kind of tried LA Knight, who's behind that. I don't know if you guys seen him, but LA Knight was in that video also. I left the link down in the description box if you guys want to watch the whole video. They kind of pushed up on LA Knight first before LA Knight kind of passed the ball off to Grayson Waller, and he played it off cool. You know, because I can't help but think that LA Knight probably felt a little bit disrespected from that notion also. Like, what do you, like, bro, now you take this, Grayson. It's how he came off in the video, which is, you know, he's playing the cool hand Luke world, but that's how you need to carry yourself in the end of the day. Because, check it out. What you're doing right now, as far as what that you're displaying, as far as that aggression and whatnot, bruh, like, you don't keep up that same hostility when it comes to the people on the creative team in WWE, and maybe even some of your fellow wrestlers who leak information up to Sean Ross Sapp, for an example. Leak information to a Dave Meltzer, for an example. Leak information to a Wade Keller, a Raj Giri, right? A Ryan Satin. The list goes on and on and on and on and on. You break kayfabe all the fucking time. You make fun of the business. And I'm not saying in particular Grayson Waller. I'm speaking of the entire wrestling business as a whole. You guys make a mockery out of your own business any fucking chance you get. That's the problem that I have with professional wrestling nowadays, is all you guys do is make a mockery out of the fucking business. And in some cases, it can be funny. You know, you got things like R-Truth, and that's fine. But, like, to outright go out of your way to jump on the microphone and in order to make up for whether or not angle is good or angle is bad, you have to pull out the realism card, right? Drew McIntyre and CM Punk and Cody Rhodes and all those guys are doing that these past couple of weeks. And I'm not saying that's a bad thing per se. It depends how consistent. I mean, you don't want to go full MJF and do it every fucking single goddamn other fucking segment. But at the same time, though, don't pretend as if, like, you're protecting the business when you're the main ones exposing the business. You're the ones who go out of your way to leak information out to writers for us to know what the fuck is going on in the business. You're the ones who leaked the Carney talk about 30 or 40 years ago for us to get our hands on, and now we're saying it like it's slang and every different variety of every different wake of life, to be perfectly honest with you. You know, we didn't expose the business. You guys exposed the business. You guys are the ones who pointed out to us that it's fake. You're the ones who call us smart when, like, help me out here for an example. You guys want to Grayson Waller getting pissed off because someone is making a mockery out of his profession, which again, he has every right to. But, like, whenever we go out of our way to believe that professional wrestling is fake or is real, we play our role, right? Quote unquote, our role. What's the first thing these wrestlers call us? They call us marks. Right? So you can't have your cake and eat it too. You can't get upset that, oh, well, someone is going out of their way to put me on the spot and, oh, look at this, I'm not going to expose the business, right? But when I play my role like I'm supposed to be playing it, like you want me to play it, because in the end of the day, professional wrestling is a huge con game. It's all about manipulation. When I play my role, then I'm a mark, right? I'm like, there's no winning with these professional wrestlers at the end of the day. That's why I keep telling everybody who cucks for these wrestlers, who simps for these wrestlers, they don't give a fuck about you, bruh. And for the numbskulls who are probably going to come out and are going to applaud Grayson Waller for doing what he did, look, like I said, on an emotional level, I get it. I understand it. On a professional level, on an intelligence level, he's a fucking moron. He's a fucking idiot who could have probably put himself in a position where he could have lost his job and could have got WWE in a huge fucking lawsuit. It's not as if this hasn't happened before. There's no reason to put yourself in the position. LA Knight played it off really smooth. He's just, nah, I'm good. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to play into your bullshit because I know what you're trying to do. You're trying to make a joke out of the wrestling business. And I'm just not going to fall for it. I'm not going to play into your hands. Whereas Grayson Waller took it upon himself to get really, really immature. You know, he got super emotional. You know, they tugged on his heartstrings and he got up and he tried to play into it. And that's just not what you should be doing right now, especially so close to WrestleMania season. It's just not the time to be doing bullshit like this, bruh. What you should be doing at the end of the day is start working on yourself and getting yourself in a better position to be put on WrestleMania. And you could have probably, if you knew what you were doing from a gimmick standpoint, from a character standpoint, if you really knew how to carry yourself for real, what you should have been doing is taking this moment and you could have probably you could have flipped the script on them. You could have took what they were trying to pull on you and you could have flipped the script and you could have played up your character, and who knows, maybe that would have gotten you more over. You do it all the time on social media when you're trolling people, right? You could have completely flipped the script and you could have made this work for you, but instead you got butt hurt and you got into your feelings, and of course you're gonna have the wrestling fans. There you go, Grayson, protecting the business. Nigga, protecting it. Do you even see the oxymoronic way you're talking right now? Protecting the business? You are saying he's protecting the business. Do you not understand? You, the fan, the mark, you're saying he protect the business. He's protecting the business. You're defeating your own point. How is he protecting the business when you are saying he's protecting the business? Then the business isn't protected because you know it's being protected. You're saying it. That's what I'm saying, though, man. No one uses common sense anymore, though, man. I'm going to let you guys have your thoughts down in the comment section below. Let me know how you felt about the video. Do you agree with what Grayson Waller tried to do with this guy here, this television host, or whatever the case may be? Or do you agree with my sentiments that professional wrestlers, they continue to prove my point that they're just pussy, bro. They're just straight pussy. And at the same time, while being straight pussy, with a guy like a Grayson Waller, for an example, they're just making a further mockery out of the business. And what you're going to do in the end of the day is fuck yourself over and fuck the company over. Because you're getting into your feelings about something that everybody already knows is the case, man. And even worse, you're getting into your feelings about what everybody knows happens to be the case, while people are applauding you about protecting the business, while the business is being exposed because they're saying that you're protecting the business. It's just fucking, it's cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. It is cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. Cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. It's clown world. It's clown world. It's clown world. I expect nothing else more out of 2024. With that being said, though, don't forget tonight I'm going to review Dynamite. I know, get my news ready. Get my motherfucking news ready. And I'll see you guys later on tonight then, man. I'm out. Deuces. P. Ice.